Well, of course, the Harry's jam session at Boat Key, that's the legendary one. And I think a friend of mine brought me there once and said, you should just go sit in. I didn't even know what that meant, but I did, and I got really, I think I got hooked on the process of playing with people and figuring things out on the spot, even though the repertoire was, common standards that everyone should know. I think that was really my school during my younger days, before I went to Manhattan School of Music. So whenever there was a jam session that I could make, I would go, because it allowed me to try out ideas in the context of playing with other people. I think that was the most important thing. So listening to the rhythm section, Christy, how he would approach the tune would be different from how I heard it on the recording, and that would make me think, oh, maybe there's a certain aspect to this that I didn't consider, and of course people like Christy would give me advice here and there, just to prod me and give me a push in the right direction. So being in that environment was really, I think, really, really helpful, because you have to play this music with people. I think that's the most crucial thing about this music, is that it's dealing with communication with other people. So jam sessions like Harry's and jam sessions at Jazz at Southbridge and Aubrey's, I didn't attend that many, but I was there a few times. Same thing, just listening to other people and how they approach the music, and coming to your own conclusions when you listen and play with other people. I think it's really, really important.
It was a lot of places to play in Singapore. I mean, not so abundant in the sense that I could say 30 venues, but it was, I know if I went over here, Don Gomez or Jeremy would be at the Regent, somebody's gonna be at the Westin, somebody's gonna be at the Mandarin Oriental, somebody's gonna be at Saxophone, somebody's gonna be at Fabrice's, and things like that. And then you had your great pop bands and local bands. And these people are not slouches. I mean, they've learned, their music and presentation in performance. And, that's one of the keys of education, is performing. I have to remind my students that everything you do in the institution, such as LaSalle, is you're performing anyway. When you pick up the pencil, everything is a performance level. You're striving to present. In the arts and music, you can play by yourself forever if that satisfies you, and then that's beautiful. But if you want to share some of this, you do have to present and perform music, so maybe you can touch somebody else. Because back to the core, we're using music as a vehicle for goodwill, and to be the best human beings you can possibly be.
Aubrey's is where I had one of my first gigs at, and the reason why I had that gig was because of Luis Oleano. Luis Oleano had a gig. He was playing with Don Gomez that time, one of my heroes as well, one of my local heroes. He's in Australia right now. But anyways, so Luis Oleano basically was one of the first few people who hired me. And because of him, I got my leg up to the whole industry back then. Yeah. And Aubrey's didn't last very long, right? But I think as part of the whole history goes, they play a very important role. Why so? Because Eddie Chan, my really, really good friend and mentor. I consider him one of the most important people in my life. But basically, Eddie Chan went to Aubrey's, and then he decided to open up his own jazz club because he liked the whole idea of it, right? And then he saw a need, for a purpose-built jazz club that featured the music, right? So yeah, that's that. So that's about Aubrey's. Now moving on to Jazz at Southbridge. Jazz at Southbridge played a very important part of my life for a few reasons. First of all, I developed musically there. I used to go every single night just to, hang out, drink. And then whoever was playing piano then would normally call me up to play the last few songs, so that to me was like a very fertile training ground, right? So I got rid of my fear of playing through that because, it happened every single day. And then I met my wife there. We got married there. So it plays a very, very big part of my life, right? I mean, even now, I kind of miss the whole idea of what a club meant because back then we had the whole family. We had a family, everybody knew everybody. And yeah, it was a very supportive, familial atmosphere.